Hi guys! This month I am chatting with
Teri Gamble.
And Teri and I are going to chat about her experience at Sundance. She and I met through a mutual friend, a couple
Scotty
months
Ray,
ago?
Yeah. A few months ago.
Yeah, back in September, August, something like that.
That's almost 6 months now.
Oh, it feels like forever.
I know, right?
Teri, you and Scotty went to school together, right?
Yes, we did. We went to the Institute for Advanced Theater Training. The American Repertory Moscow Art Theater Institute for Advanced Theater Training at Harvard University. Very long title.
Nice and long.
Small program. Only 18 actors every year.
And you got to go to Moscow, right?
We did go to Moscow for our program. We spent 3 months in residency there doing a show. And then I got to see about 40 shows, plays, operas, ballet, all of that while I was there.
Wow.
So, for free as a student. So you get like the little student pass and you can just go see pretty much anything. I mean, obviously
so
it's
awesome.
pretty much all in Russian, but fantastic. Yeah.
If it's good enough, you can follow along.
Хорошо. That's, yes.
So, let's talk about Sundance. If you had 3 best events or 3 tips to give people who would like to go.
Well, number 1, I have my little Sundance app. There's actually an app. You can find this in the App Store for the film festival, and it actually gives you a rundown of the schedule, how to a map, how to get around, even public transit, even you wait list. So a lot of people try to get passes, and the passes sell out really quickly, and they're also very expensive. And so for those of us who might be more budget conscious, I think it's a great idea to actually waitlist as many, movies as you can. So I actually got into 15 movies this last year. So in 1 week I saw 15 different films while I was also working there. I waitlisted most of those. So what you do is a couple hours before the movie, you get on here, you wait, and then you hit the waitlist button at that moment. Hopefully you get in, but for some of the really big movies, it's almost impossible. Those go out in nanoseconds. Mm-hmm. They'll fill up, but some of them you'll show up even later and you can still get in, depending on the movie. And there's also day of box office. If you want to try to see a film that day, you got to get the box office about 6 in the morning. There'll already be people lined up, some with mattresses and full camp gear, and it's cold, so people are huddled up and bundled.
Yep.
And they're waiting, and you can get to the box office that opens officially at 8 o'clock. The best things I saw while I was there were probably, number 1 was the Grand Jury Prize winner for Dramatic, which is called Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. Go see it when it's out. Bring tissues. It's amazing. That was the last Saturday night of the festival. They played that winner. Just really moving, heartfelt, and if you love film, it's a love letter to film. Another film I want to send a shout out to is The Diary of a Teenage Girl, yay, by my classmate from UCLA, from my undergrad,
exciting.
Marielle Heller. Hi Mari, if you can. It was a fantastic film. She took a graphic novel and made it into a film. She spent over 8 years putting this project together. So it's definitely been a labor of love. Fantastic performances. Actually, some of it, was very timely. There was a couple of them, the documentaries. Mm-hmm. I'm a big doc buff. I love documentaries. I love things where it feels like you're learning like you're in school. I'm like, I feel like I just got smarter by watching this film. Yes, this is great.
Did you go to any sort of social events?
We threw one. The condo I was staying at, I was lucky enough, we had a party with Draft House Films and Circus Road Films, Mustache Magpie, and it was a really fun event. We had more people than I think we anticipated. The parties there, it's a lot of, I don't know, how do I describe them? They're fun. It's a weird kind of place because it's like for all camping kind of. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? No, yeah. In a sense, we're all uprooted from whatever part of the country, people from New York and from all over, and it doesn't feel like any place else, which is what I kind of love about it. It's just a space that film rules, and everyone just talks about what they're seeing, what they want to go see, and hopefully getting projects started together. And it's also a great place to meet folks and network and all of that.
So did you make any good connections while you were out there?
Oh my gosh. Actually, I just did a web series, little episode yesterday with someone I met at Sundance at our party.
Awesome.
Who check out Southern Dish. Hi, Meredith. It's a web series called Southern Dish. And I met one of the actresses from it. Really start looking at the website now and keep checking back. Yes, almost. And keep checking out when things are going to be released because people are already planning for next year. People probably already have condos booked out. Do you know what I mean? Though, like that's like the kind of thing, like lodging and all of that. But you can definitely, anybody can still go.
Would you have any recommendations for people as far as finding housing, or was that kind of outside of what you had to do?
I didn't have to. Luckily enough, I was brought out there and I had a place to stay. But there are people. I don't know. I'm sure you can find a place. I feel like it's not like Vegas, but like, you know what I mean, where you just show up. But I feel like there are definitely places, just depending on how close you want to be to in town and everything. Because the closer you are, the more access you have to the transit and getting around. But no, start looking now if you're thinking about it, and book a hotel. Get some friends. Get a condo together. People rent houses. The people who live there, a lot of them kind of head out of Dodge because they know all of us are like converging there.
Coming.
So there's a lot of things like Airbnb is one of the sponsors. There's definitely a lot of that happening while we're there. So yeah, there's definitely.
And public transportation, is it?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free, you guys. It's free. The buses are free that whole week. So
just for Sundance.
Just for Sundance.
That's
so you just
amazing.
hop on any public bus. And they actually have a whole mapping system, like on the app. You can check it out too, but they have a whole mapping system. The volunteers are like the best part. They're amazing. They help keep that Sundance like going. Yeah.
What about food and such? Is that really expensive or?
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, there's grocery stores and whatnot. It's not California produce though. I can't stress this enough. And every time I go out of state and it's like winter someplace, it's always that realization of, oh yeah, you guys don't have fresh produce like we do. I recommend if you are staying like at an apartment or condo or house, go grocery shopping. Plan snacks, take them with you because sometimes you're going to be stuck in line and then trying to get to the next movie and you're not able to get back home. So, but there are, snack bars at every theater has a little snack bar. They do jack up some of the prices at the restaurants though, so do watch out because they know we're coming to town and we'll pay for it.
Tourist season.
Exactly.
Are they all the like built theaters, or are some of them screens like pop-up theaters?
Oh yeah, no, some of them are pop-up kind of theaters like where that they use every year depending on the space. One of them is actually technically an outdoor space, but they heat it inside. Oh, nice. One of them is a tennis center that they turn into a theater.
Like the court, they just
the courts because of the Salt Lake City, the Olympics that they had.
Yeah.
So some of the spaces are kind of like I think they use
repurposed.
Yeah. So some of them are proper theaters, like actual like going to a movie theater, Cineplex and things like that. Those are actually harder to get into the showings because those are a lot smaller. Those theaters tend to be smaller than some of the bigger venues. The Egyptian theater is kind of the main one on the main street, and that's a legit, really cool kind of vintage theater. Cool. And that's the one you probably see on all the posters. If you see a poster of Sundance, that's the theater.
Experience.
Go. I think it's worth it. I think if you love film at all and if you want to see the thing that's going to be the big thing next year, it's a great place to go if you kind of want to have that preview. Because last year it was Whiplash was the movie you couldn't get into. Yeah. And now, going to Oscars. Yeah. There's a lot of great new things I think that come out of there. And if anything, it's just interesting to see some stuff that doesn't make it out because there's some films that are not going to get picked up but that are definitely worthy. There's a lot of great stuff now. I think the exciting part about it was the new media now because of Amazon and Netflix, and Hulu and all that. The content opportunity for independent filmmakers right now is like none other. You can actually, it may not be as wide an audience as you may have originally thought or in the way that we used to think about film, but more people are going to have actually more access to it because it's on these platforms.
And experience all of that with a whole group of people.
Yes, with enthusiastic audience because it's like everyone's there about the film.
Yes.
Yeah. It's people who are invested, and then you get to vote on some of the movies too.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
That is the audience. Like when they say like that's won this award, it's like you get a little ballot when you go to certain films, and you go there and you get to vote before you leave. So you do kind of get to that buy-in that you like helped this little movie along or something like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Teri.
Thank you.
Look for it.
Bye. Oh, TeriGamble.com. Hey, thanks. It's my plug.
we say we love anybody else?
Oh my gosh.
Who else do you
I
love?
love everybody. Everybody. She'd be like, Ava DuVernay, director of Selma, I love you. Oh my gosh.
Who else do you
I
love?
love everybody. Everybody. She'd be like, Ava DuVernay, director of Selma, I love you.
Just sit there and yell out a bunch of people.
Those
I
names.
love you. I love you.
Julianne Moore, I love you.
Just sit there and yell out a bunch of people.
Those
I
names.
love you. I love you.
you. Julianne Moore, I love you.